on Sunday night primetime.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Coming up tonight as we close another Sunday of football, we have a fantastic matchup for you between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Kate Scott. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, excited, the word that you and I get to use, Brock, as do all these great fans in attendance, but for the players down on the field, I think a better word to discuss in this situation might be pressure.
I don't think there's any question about that, Kate. With every one of these playoff rounds, that pressure just grows. It increases. That Super Bowl gets closer and closer. And your game, well, it's got to increase with it. If you can't take your level of play up a notch from the previous week, can't rise to the occasion and find that extra gear befitting the situation we're in, well, that's the week you're going to be sent home and be a fan like the rest of us.
Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completes this one to Kraft. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Drill 52, ready. Drill check, ready, go.
Love on 3rd and short. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Ready, ready.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Check up.
They stick with Jacobs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Ready.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
38. Let's go. Check, pick, hut, hut.
Love out of the shotgun. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Packers send out their punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
This is complete. Jalen Tolbert. And he crosses out of bounds, and now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on.
Holding offense.
You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. All right, here we go. Second down. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Throw it complete to Lamb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Quay Walker. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back to the well again. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throw left side, complete. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 46.
Dak out of the pistol. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. George Pickens the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Back.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Let's go now.
1st down throw. Here's Love. This is on target to Christian Watson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down. Love from the gun. Watson with the catch. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get it down to a single point. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers tie this game 7-7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 16. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Dak off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for George Pickens that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, here we go! Right take!
Throwing again is Dak. It's taken in by Lamb. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football.
Yeah!
They've got a first to begin the frame. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. 46.
1st down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Here we go, 46. Yeah! 26.
Now a give left side. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Has room into the secondary. Touchdown, Dallas. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
On now is Cook to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hut.
Love. This finds down. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Love to throw. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Right.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun now for Love. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. Black block.
Now a toss. This is Jacobs. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Ready up.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Shot. 17. Ready. Ready. Ready.
Love now to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Mitch Wisnowski headed back down as they'll punt it away once more. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott here from the gun. Completed here to Pickens. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Prescott has that offense moving quickly. Got Lamb, and it's complete. Gets it to the 15. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys take a 13-point lead. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Motioning one of the tight ends. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff.
On the ball.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. All down that time by Jonathan Jones. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Let's go.
On the option, it's Jacobs. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go. Set. Cut. Go.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Flush down now to his left. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready.
From the 41. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Trying to work quickly now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. The intended target there was C.D. Lamb. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the gun is Prescott. That throw finds Pickens. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go.
Another try following the sack. Throw complete to Lamb. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Down. Set.
Love out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Short pass caught by his tight end. This is ahead for about 5. Kalen Carson with the tackle.
On the double.
Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Love from the gun. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Set right. Check white. Yellow. 1.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going for it again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
10. Ready.
From the 48. Getting out to his left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and just 2 to go. So we're to halftime in this fight for a spot in the NFC Championship game. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Cook gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. I take 26.
Hand off to the back. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Here we go. Here we go. 26.
Dak now from the gun. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we're going to 53. 26.
Dak to the air here. Launches one deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That that one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And this is some great effort. He's all the way across midfield and down close to the opposing 45.
We get to playoff football, Kate, and every team's going to excel in 3 phases. You've got to. Offense, defense, special teams. What an excellent return. And the type of effort they expect from themselves in postseason football.
Ready?
Play fake. It's Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
The give here on 2nd. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to 54. One. Everyone, kill. 26.
From the 43. He's going deep this time. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go. 26. Where are you 26?
Back to throw. Here's Dak. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Oh, quick throw here, left side. Down to the 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. On now is Cook to kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Out now runs the Packer offense. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half.
Ready, set.
First down throw. Here's Love. That's complete to Reed out left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Smith, red.
Love now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And now they face 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that, knocking the ball loose.
And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Going run again with Jacobs. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. They'll bring out the punter here. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Cowboys and this running back headed back out for a new series. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive.
Yeah!
On 1st down, they'll run. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense working quickly. Throwing from the gun here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go now. Hut.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Set. Set. Hut. Hut. Hut.
Love. Caught by Jacobs. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Down. Hut. Hut.
They send a tight end in motion.
Ready. Ready.
Jacobs running behind center. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Zach Sealer there to bring him down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Hut. Hut.
They stick with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little...
He's got it deep downfield. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers shrinking the lead some in the third. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Cowboys about set to take over. They are in great shape here as we wind down this third quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another, that can put this just too far out of reach. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Here we go, 47.
Another carry for him. And he cuts it back right. Reaches the 30. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Kill. 26.
And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys continue piling on to this lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set, hut. Set.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Set, ready. Check, pitch.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
10 cycles. Opposite. Green. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Watson with the catch. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. The Packers start with it trailing. Their postseason in jeopardy. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Ready. Set.
To the air with Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Smash, ready. Ready.
Loves to throw again. Gets this one to Watson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Put. Ready.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Striker, 3-3. Let's go.
Love now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Throwing his love on 3rd. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Cowboys managed to recover the football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
That penalty is declined.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was taken down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. And no problem converting on 4th.
First down, and they go right back to it. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys continue adding on to that lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. This taken from the 12. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Packers all set to get back out there. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. Has some daylight through the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Down. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, set, cut.
Love from the gun. It is caught left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Here we go.
Here's Love. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Cut.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Set, ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is brought in at the 15. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers putting up points in a game decided. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. I think the Packers got to that one. The refs agree. Packer football.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore. But he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why? Yeah.
Plowing up the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
Yeah, really.
Right up the gut. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys put up even more points in a win. George Pickens the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys tack on 7 more to their lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. Oh, man, lucky break there. He falls on it himself. We nearly saw their problems really start to snowball following that touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing Love. A throw left side to Watson. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down, ball at the 36.
Here we go. Black swap. Check white.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. Hut, go.
They bring their tight end left.
Hut, hut.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Love. He's got Watson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line.